It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Well, hell. Duke's out of gum again. I guess I gotta string boats. Struggle is I'm not 100% ready. I told Xanda that I would have codes ready for him, and of course, in true form, I realized that about 30 seconds ago. Like, oh yeah, you said you were going to have this done, and it's not done, you dummy. So what I'm going to do real quick is finish up putting 14.2. No. Elgato's done nothing wrong, guys. This is streamer's choice while I work on something in the background for my mods, which they were promised, and I failed to deliver on time. That's not their fault. So I'm getting a couple of things done in the background, but we can sit here and chat. I guess I could actually, I could turn the lights on and stuff while we work on this. I suppose it won't take too long. It won't be too much of a waste. Oh, there's the Elgato fail. I knew I should have checked that after the reboot. You know, I even installed their new one, right? I even installed the new one. There's like a 2.0 or something, right? And I remember thinking, oh, surely this will be better. Surely this will work all the time. Now, actually, I do have to turn that off. There we go. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome in. It did boot up much faster that time, so I'll give Elgato that much. It loaded much quicker. Yeah, Ginger made this one for me. So I gotta have one of these every now and then. Gotta wear that one. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna completely solve this thing for Xanda, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mostly solve it for him. So give me just a minute. They gave us extra CC codes and stuff in this particular patch, so give me a moment. You're gonna hear a lot of keyboard banging while I have to. They send us these codes, right? Our giveaway codes every month. We get a little text file, but the way they parse this text file means it's a little bit of a hassle to get these to where I can paste them into the little goofy spreadsheet I use. And now that I even think about it, the goofy spreadsheet is actually kind of outdated now, isn't it, Xanda? Right? We used to track who got what. We still kind of do, but we used to be able to send them links. I stole that from Stats years and years ago. Stats was the one that had given me that. No. Yes, I know. Just stop. I literally stole this idea from him. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need 6 more rows. And he had this cool little spreadsheet where he could track who earned what and what server they were on and everything. It was actually pretty slick. Let's see, they give us 14 more, so we have 42 of this. Yeah, that's right. That's math. All right, let's do a quick item count. Yep, 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so there we go. So, Xanda, here's what you've got for the evening. Everything that was in the 14.1 sheet is still there. The 14.2 sheet is not completed. However, there are 40-something container codes in it to get you started. That'll do for tonight. If for some reason you run low, let me know, and I'll grab something else, and we'll make it work. Let me get back to. Let me put that screen up. Let me put OBS up. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to turn that down just a hair more. There we go. Awesome. Hi, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Back to doing boats. Back to my roots. My once a week root stream. Old school. I don't know exactly how to phrase it precisely. I've been streaming boats for so long, it's almost impossible to think of a time that I wasn't doing it. It's weird to think of a time that I wasn't streaming boats at least once a week. No, I miss every now and then. Holidays, life happens, right? But in general, at least once a week. At one point, I was doing 3 nights a week. Yikes. How did I manage that? How did I do that? I don't know. Ginger, I remember back in, I think it was 21. It might have been 20. It was 20. It was 20, in early 20, right? I was still not a partner yet. Somebody commented. Okay, let me finish one story before I tell the other one. I was just back. I had been living in Portland. I've been working at the shipyard down in Ingleside, right? And I got back from all of that, and I looked at Ginger and said, "I think I want to do 3 times a week until I get partner." And she kind of looked at me and rolled her eyes a little bit, like, "I don't know. I might have to murder you if you did that." And so we talked about it and reached a point where most weeks I think I did 3 nights. I think I did Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday for a while. And during COVID, it was real simple because like they had just murdered my TCG that I had been playing, so there was no need for me to go out on Wednesday nights and play cards. And then of course we were all locked in our houses anyway. And then in early 21, I did Fletcher Friday. That's right. I had a Fletcher Friday thing that I ran. I would do a Friday stream. Anytime that I stayed down in Ingleside for a Friday almost, I would do a Friday night stream. And then in April of 21, I made partner. Somebody on Discord this week was like, hey, I got to notice it was your partner anniversary when I went to your Twitch page. And I was like, really? And I went over there, and sure enough, there's this little thing that says, congratulate them on there. And I looked at my watch and went, mid-April 21. Yeah, that's about right. 4 years is about right. So yeah, there we go. It has been 4 years as a partner, which, truth be told, doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's a cool credential to have, but it doesn't really come with a whole lot of perks, right? You talk to these. One of the interesting things about going to TwitchCon last year, right? You meet all these old school partners, these guys that have been partners for a decade, right? And they talk about how cool it used to be, how big a deal it used to be. Had some fun conversations about, back when partner was a big deal. Now, it's not like they just hand it out to anybody these days, but I mean, the standards isn't the word. The requirements, the goal posts that you have to jump over, the hurdles you have to jump over are lower than they used to be. They move a lot. We were having a conversation. There's a Twitch partner Discord here on NA. There's one for every region. There was a conversation going on in there earlier this week, late last week, I can't remember. People talking about how many partner applications it took them. And I was like, how these people like 4 and 5, and I was like 8. I didn't tell them that my last partner application was essentially a breakup letter. I basically told Twitch, you're lucky to have me. Deal with it. Or this will be the last time I bother applying to your stupid club. And they let me in. I showed that letter. I showed that application to Zath, and he looked at it, and he just started laughing. He goes, they accepted this? I said, yes. He was like, wow. I said, I know, right? I'd spent all the other 7 applications writing flowery words about how I was going to do fundraising, and I was going to build a community, and this, and I said, this was right after, like, all of the... If you remember summer of 2020, there were like 1 million Twitch partners that got outed for basically being like scumbags, like assaulting women or luring them back to their hotel rooms when they were drunk and all this stuff at TwitchCon and whatever. It was a whole bunch of, it wasn't quite Me Too, it was after Me Too, but it was kind of like Twitch's Me Too moment. And I think in that letter, I literally wrote something along the lines of, a lot of the people that used to be partners haven't exactly been covering themselves in glory. You'd be lucky to have me. Something like that. It cracked me up. And they took it, and I was like, all right. Sucks to be you.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Martin coming in with the resub. Probably did that while we were doing the countdown. Awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's do some boats. You guys have been putting tier 7 boats in the queue. God bless you. Thank you. I really don't want to play high tier. I'll probably start with a warm-up game in Fletcher's just because Fletcher, why would I not? I'm getting close to 3 million ship XP on my Fletcher. See this? 259? Yeah, I'm getting close to 3 million. I might have to play enough Fletcher tonight just to break that 3 million mark. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I actually wonder. No. How do I? There we go. What would it take me to convert all of that over? What if I wanted to convert all of my Fletcher XP to free XP? How expensive would that be? Let's look at that. I'm actually curious. Black's 2.8 million. You get some weird totals on these tier 1 ships when you reset lines. Hashidate, 2.9 million. Yeah, oof. Come on. I've never actually sold my American destroyers back. That's one reason that number is so high. I've sold American cruisers back, but I've never sold my American destroyers back. Not on this account. I did it on the speedrunning account we were using last year. Come on. Give me a number. Why do I have to scroll to find this thing? Shouldn't these be in, like, alphabetical order or something? God. Fletcher. Yeah, I literally couldn't do it. With 113,000 doubloons, I literally couldn't do it. Yeah, this is my most played ship. This is my most played ship for sure. Let's go do some warm-up and see if that, see how that does. Oh. Holiday weekend for me. Looking forward to it. Don't have to go to work tomorrow. Don't have to log in. Don't have to be around. One of my engineering managers today, he looks at me and goes, "You gonna be here tomorrow?" I was like, "No. It's a company holiday. The office is closed." And he goes, "Oh, well, I'll be here." And I was like, "You do you, buddy. I'm not gonna be here." Congratulations. I'm not coming in. I'm taking my day off.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Phone line, that is a great account name. Welcome. That is amazing. I doubt you will, Xanda, because you've asked for something that I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. You're like, unbreakable line mode. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to go figure it out. All right, we're middle tier, which for Fletcher is perfectly reasonable. Shima, Jaeger, Gron. Okay, the Gron we don't like. The rest we can just avoid, hopefully. Only one radar. No planes. Schlieffen. Okay. All right, this is not so bad. From a matchmaking perspective, this is not so bad. Who's on my right? Jaeger. Shima on the left. I'm going to go where the Shima is. Mostly because I don't trust Shimas. The average Shima player is not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I don't want to find out the hard way that this guy is that guy. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, guy. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, come on. The average Shima player that you run into in randoms, what do they do? What do they do? 5 times in 10, 6 times in 10, they die in 4 minutes or less. Unbreakable line is fun. Pick a brawling boat and go have a blast. As a Shima player, I feel violated. Hey, I play Shima too. Don't get me wrong. My point is simply that the average, typical, most common Shima player you run into is not very good at their job. That's my assertion. Now, Vladeshi actually is just narrowing it down to tier 10 destroyers. And truth be told, I probably have to give him that one. I kind of want to vomit these out, but I kind of want to vomit them in a direction it's something that I know there's something there. Or at least I suspect there might be something there. Okay, we got a Johan and a Small. I really don't want the Des Moines to be over here. I really need the Des Moines to be somewhere else. Turn that one a little too tight. Well, we're racking up the spotting damage on this Johan. Hey, what up, Shima? How you doing, buddy? Okay, that's fine. It's fine. All right, we took a little bit of a damage. We took a little bit of a hit there from the DM, but I think it was worth the trade to cut the shim in half. So I'll take it. Now we're 100% going to have to back off from the Massachusetts here. Luckily, I've got a rack coming ready. So let's send him some love. Yeah, you guys were talking about Unbreakable Lion, and my first thought was, huh, how about Pommern? Or something, you know? Okay. Pretty sure we've got this Massa dead to rights. He has no chill. I think he's going to overcorrect into one. Yeah, he's dead. I didn't get the flood, but they don't have to hit him with much more to kill him. In fact, the Suzuki should get him right there. Wow. There we go. So now the Groningen's on that flank as well, which I do not care for. However, I'm going to swing a little wide and back up the Shima. Oh, I see. Our Massachusetts decided he didn't want to play tier 10 and that suicide was the answer. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. All right, we got to keep an eye on this Gron. That's 100% a dude I do not want to run into. All right, now the Schlieffen by now knows he's pushing into a Shimakaze. I've got both racks back. Is he going to turn around? Okay, the Schlieffen is essentially dead. The Georgia can wreck him. And if he turns back the other way... Oh, there's the Groningen. He's dead already. Yep, he's dead already. Okay, so the Gron is right here. So between him and the Smolensk, we 100% do not want to be over there. Although we really need to murder this guy. Battleships. Think you could work on that for me?
Is real, and you just found him.
Thank you, Georgia. Yeah, Des Moines is suddenly like, nope, 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 nope. I do not want to be here anymore. I really want to keep that DM lit so we can get him dead. Groningen's getting his face melted off. Yeah, keep on him, Georgia. I'll keep him lit. I'll shake the man loose. Oh, that was not what we wanted to do. Just trying to click the map. F off.
I'm gonna feel that one in the morning. Much better.
Okay, I'm not sure where the Des Moines effed off to. That bugs me. Good news is I think I've got the Schlieffen. He's going to take at least one of these. I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's dead. Pushed a little too far, a little too fast, my friend. Now, the Shima's out there as well. Yep, there he is. So between him and the Gron, the Smolensk is the real problem. He's backing him up. Okay. I'm pretty sure our Shim is dead unless he smokes right now, and I think even then he's probably dead. He took the opposing Shimmer with him. That's good. Des Moines retreated. And I outspot the Gron. Now it's narrow, but let's see how we do. Pommern is it, chat says. All right, well, Pommern's on my list. Like, that's a thing that I want to try. Go get him, Georgia. I don't want to get in a gunfight with this guy. If I get in a gunfight with this guy, I'm just going to get dead.
I'll still make the
Oh, you're going to turn? Okay. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, hi, Smolensk. There's a juicy target for you, Mr. Georgia.
leads. I can kill it.
Uh-oh. I think the Gron might be in trouble. No, he's got his hydro up.
Says, you died. Magic 8 Ball says, you died.
All right, Smolensk is trying to snuggle in there. I'm playing a very dangerous game playing tag with a Smolensk. I'm kind of having to trust this Georgia that he won't get me dead. Oh, it's my KSC buddy. All right, well, we'll see. What's Smolensk's firing penalty? You can remember. What's a Smolensk smoke firing penalty? It's like 6 something? I'm really taking a risk here. Largely because if I'm pushed too far over this direction, I'm going to get dead.
You want fries with that?
I'm just trying to get eyes on these guys. And so far, I've got nothing. At least I'm not RPF'd. I've got that going for me. Smolensk has moved up here somewhere, I think. Yep, there he is. Okay, we're going to try and keep him lit. I want them to know where he is so they can murder him. Come on, Repub.
The boogeyman is real, and you just found him.
Oh, I'm taking a big risk out here. All right, Shiki's got plenty of heals. My Georgia's out of heals. Georgia doesn't know, my Shikishima doesn't know where his heal button is. All right, we got 1 minute of Smolensk. He's low. Shouldn't take much to hurt him. Shiki found his heal button. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Smolensk is going to try and chase me down, apparently. All right. Unfortunately, my Georgia buddy bought it. Makes me sad. Gron went to our cap. I'm going to have to go back. I should kill this Smolensk while I still can. As soon as he gets to a heal, I'm in trouble. There we go. All right, let's get out of here and hope we don't die.
Let God sort him out.
All right. Imahari's going back.
Much better.
The DM is still alive, which I can't say I'm a huge fan of. We know the Gron is in our cap. The Gron has no torpedoes. So if the Imahari's on the ball, that'll be an easy kill. But this DM is a problem. The question is, which way is he going to try to cut me off? Let's throw one in each direction, because I just don't know where he's coming from. The mass in their cap is nearly dead. Wow, this is a weird game. All right, Imahari, you've got him dead to rights. There you go. It's a Groningen. The beauty of murdering a Groningen is that he just can't do anything about it. That's the Jaeger. The Jaeger's up there on the Imahari. Damn it. All right. The Jaeger's close. The DM is also low enough I might be able to beat him in a gunfight. LOL if I have to. As it is right now, I have to go back. I have to go back for the Jaeger. Not knowing where this DM is just pissing me off. If he's hunting our Jaeger on the 10 line, that actually is better for me. I'm going to have to assume that he is and take a risk. Yep, he is. Yes! Let's go. We're going straight to the cap. Yep. Okay, Mass is dead. Jaeger's radared. The only way they should win this is by capping us, and I'm here to prevent that. I think we'll be okay. 6.5. That sounds about right for Smolensk. Mm-hmm. Two minutes? Yeah, I'll be there in 2 minutes. There are destroyers that could gun that DM down, 100%. Jaeger is probably not one of them. Jaeger, I think, only has 3 little pop guns. She's mostly a torpedo boat. The, for example, I could possibly even have gunned down the Jaeger. I mean, gunned down the DM in a gunfight. I would have to be very cautious about how I fought it because I only have 10,000 HP. But I could probably do it. As long as our Jaeger doesn't die and flip the score on us, we're going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'll have this guy on the surface in a minute. He knows I'm coming. He can RPF me. Hey, what up, my dude? No smoke. No torpedoes. No hope for you, sir. Goodbye. And that's GG. So I'm going to snuggle up to this island real quick just to make sure that I've got places to dodge his torps, but his torps are not on the way, and that's a win. I mean... That was a sprawling game. I'm very glad I ended up on the same flank as the Shima. I feel like that was a worthwhile position. Ooh, fancy efficiency badge. I need to spend more time in Fletcher until I start earning a Battle E. Now, what's the deal with these? You're supposed to earn multiples of them? Or you just get one randomly when you have a good game? Hoffman or Elbing could totally do it. Check your mileage. Probably is. 106.5 kilometers. That might be a record for me. That might be a record for me. That's 65 miles? That's a lot of... That's in one game, that's a lot of miles. That's a lot of kilometers. I don't think I've ever... That might be a record. That might be my record. Yeah, the awards, they've done them up like they do in tanks now, but I'm not going to lie, I never played tanks. So I don't even know how they work in tanks. I just know they're a thing. It's like, yeah, when we were in Belgrade last fall, they told us this was coming, and people who knew what it was in the room all went, yay! And I was like, what is that? Like, somebody's going to have to explain to me like I'm 4, because I don't know what that is. I didn't play tanks, right? So, and they sort of did, and I was like, okay. You get one every match if you're able to clear the next bar, but it only counts the highest. Okay. Now, I thought the thing was supposed to be such that... Our Jaeger played a good game. I thought it was supposed to be like you earn a bunch of them and then you get something to like put on your ship. Like I get a little thing to like a streamer to fly or something, right? Isn't that how it's supposed to work? LOL, sort of? No, here. What's up, Curly? So, like, they're talking about making the E display on the ship, but they haven't figured out how to do it yet. Okay. So, like, yeah, not that. Not that. Not that. So, clearly it's not in here either. So, it's not an achievement. Not in the way that we think of achievements. It's not an achievement. Aren't they shown somewhere? It's in the summary on the ship list. Summary. There we go. Okay, so when I come over here and I pick Fletcher, don't rank him. Yeah, I want to display by number of battles. Fletcher will be right on top. Other way around. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay, so when I click Fletcher, there we go. So it's just showing me the highest one I've ever earned in a given ship. So in other words, if I can earn an E in a Fletcher or whatever, then that's the highest I can ever earn. And then they basically, at that point, the theory is they want to allow you to display it on your hull somewhere, right? That's the thought process. Curly, I'm glad you're enjoying those ships. The Tier 8 and I do not get along. The Tier 8 and I do not get along. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Right, Vladeshi, people were explaining to me the World of Tanks thing about, like you said, stripes on the barrel. And I remember thinking, What I want for my, like, to do, you know what I want? I want like a pennant streamer. I want like a giant battle E flag that flies behind my ship so that anybody who looks down the barrel of their guns at my ship can see this giant E and go, okay, that guy in that boat knows what he's doing. Right? That would be really cool. Barrel, you know, stripes on the barrel. Like if you were to do something to the barrel, no one would ever see it but you. It'd be cool, but no one would ever see it. Okay, thank you, Husham. Which makes sense. Now, as I understand it, though, I thought in tanks you had to earn lots of them. Like, you had to accrue many of them over time to earn, like, the higher ranks of the efficiency badges, right? The funnels would be okay. I could live with the funnels. I could live with the funnels. All right, let's take a look at this unbreakable line thing. A whole lot of people, I think Mountbatten had a video out about it recently. Now, there's no rules. Oh, it's 8 and 9. Swift, intense battles, turn invite when your ship is destroyed. All right, so Palmer it is. Let's go. Wow, it's baby steps. Okay, fair enough. Palmer it is, baby. Let's go. Read the battle features button. Swift, intense battles, and return to the fight. Yeah, I knew that. It was a respawn thing. Let's take that. Yep, we've gone totally full secondaries here. I should probably grab Luchins if I'm going to be really smart about this. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. We'll go full maximum troll secondaries. Above the armory. Okay, hold on. Ah, battle features. Score 1,000 points by capturing key areas. After your ship is destroyed, you'll rejoin the battle at a randomly chosen location. Okay. If you leave the battle before it ends while the timer's running, you'll be penalized. Sure. Upon rejoining, squadron arms will be fully reloaded except for torpedoes. It's fine. Your ship is destroyed because reloading. They'll start a new cycle. Sure. All consumables are ready to use, but charges of limited use consumables will not be restored. Okay, so even though my ship might die, I will only ever have 4 heals, let's just say, over the course of my game. Okay. Unique talents cannot be activated and will remain inactive for the entire battle. Okay. After returning value, your Spirit Corps improves your ship's characteristics. So maybe I don't need Luchins. What does he do for me? Basically nothing, because all of these won't work. Okay. Then fine. I'm gonna grab my it was my Bismarck commander that I had plugged in here. We'll just grab him and throw him back in, just because that way we can get him closer to that 21st point. Come on. I know you're in here. You had 20 points. Oh, you're over here somewhere. Excuse me. There you are. Okay, okay, in other words, if you lose things, they're gone forever. Well, that kind of makes sense. So then preventive maintenance sounds like a pretty good skill. But for the moment, we don't have that, and I'll just see how it goes without it. 4 heals, 3... Okay. Let's try it. See how she goes. 19 battleships, nothing else. 2 cruisers. Okay, there we go. Ooh. You know what might be fun in this mode would be Blucher. Right? Hippers love a good brawl. A hipper loves a good brawl. And being able to bring her back over and over, that might be kind of fun. Cut down maps, larger than normal cap circles, and smaller teams. Schroeder maybe too? Yep, I could see it. What other tier 9 ships like to brawl? Pommern and Friedrich. Pommern for sure. Friedrich sometimes. What am I missing? Typical German heavy cruiser likes a good brawl. I would not take a Buki. Random players, no bots. Georgia likes a good brawl. I like it. Who else are we missing? Speed boost on respawn. I wonder if the Italian heavies might be decent. Like a Brindisi? Brindisi might not be bad. Carl Johan. Los Andes. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I think I still only have whatever the 8 is in that line. Ipiranga, is that right? I've barely played those ships. I think I played it once. And I was like, meh. I'm still thinking cruisers here. I wouldn't want a British cruiser. They explode. They explode badly. Ooh, what's the tier 9 what's the tier 9 British battle cruiser? I bet that thing's good. All right, Chaser's in here with me.
Welcome.
After all last week
to Jurassic Park.
Player welcome in. Duncan, that's it. Duncan would be good in this mode. I almost guarantee it. Those boats are hilariously brawly and fun. Ooh, Paolo Emilio. Ooh, that's gotta be. I bet that's another good one for this.
So, who wants to dance?
Okay, now what's interesting to me is that the Paolo is actually a non-zero threat. On this map,
Time for some
in this
feasting.
island configuration, like, the Paolo is no joke.
I was born ready.
Whole lot of Pommern going on. Paolo already smoking and running.
I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, yeah, we're beating the crap out of this Paolo now. Loving this. All right, let's swap to the AP. We're going to make a turn through here.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Crumbled like a shit cookie.
Forget how bad the turret traverse on this boat really is.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Let's focus on this turrets for now. Well, we're down a couple of ships. That feels bad. That ought to kill you. There we go.
You can't fight, and you died a virgin. That's a tough break.
No, let's focus on this guy.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, I don't have anybody behind me anymore. That feels kind of bad.
You're dead. You crazy son of a bitch, you're dead.
I guess it's interesting to me that you kind of end up fighting. Rado, thank you very much. You're welcome. I guess you end up fighting against your
Let's see what
instincts, right? Your instincts are get out here and kite these clowns. But you kind of can't. Like, that's not how you win the game, is it? You win the game by throwing your ship away. I'm not entirely convinced. I don't fully understand why certain things keep happening here.
When you get to hell, tell him Duke sent you. Coochie coochie. Coochie coochie. Frickin' noob.
I've sort of grown tired of this Iger. I kind of want to kill him. We have a cap now.
A crowbar would come in handy right about now.
Now this is a force to be reckoned with.
I'm just like sailing in circles over here.
Coochie coochie.
Oh, come on. They're taking our cap back? That makes me sad. Someone needs to kill that guy.
You're about as useful as a hobo's dick cheese.
All right. Got a lead now. Feels pretty good. Oh, he's gonna eat a whole bunch of those. Lols.
Coochie coochie.
I feel like I've had a pretty good run here. I haven't even died yet. I'm about to here. Okay, well I will be dying shortly, I'm sure.
force to be reckoned with.
Oh, come on, guys. So I think I'm playing this mode wrong.
Much better.
I think I'm 100% playing this mode incorrectly. This screen pisses me off. Stop that. This reward after battle screen, get that crap off of here. So we still have a lead. But I think it's probably not going to hold. I think they're going to cap us out. Yeah, I know. Oh, for God's sake, seriously? What in the hell? Team HP Plus needs to be uninstalled. Whatever. I always love it when they can't get this crap correct. So they're probably going to win this, it looks like. All right. So, essentially, I'm better off just YOLO charging the entire game? Is that seriously how this works? That feels kind of dumb. Well, then I won't be playing this, because I'm not going to turn off my HP mod. Okay, so you still get points for killing the ships, though, at least. But they're going to win here in a sec unless our guys step on the cap, and they're not going to step on the cap, so that's over. Yeah. Interesting. So literally, this is YOLO until dead mode. Nah, this isn't for me. I mean, not in a battleship. Maybe there's a cruiser that this becomes interesting in, but like generally, Yeah, I don't see it. I'm not sold. I don't see the value in it. Yeah, I'm not sold. I mean, Siegfried. Now, Siegfried. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to. Okay. All right. Merton's got a good point. Merton's got a very good point. Let's try Siegfried. That's a ship that I should have considered. Let's try it. Like, this is a boat that's built. It's fairly quick. You've got the brawl capabilities with the torps and the guns. I'll try this. I'll try it. You can grind dockyard missions. Okay. I'll give it this. It's different. I'm not convinced I like shards. Oh my god. Could they possibly have picked worse maps for this? Maps full of islands in the middle of it? Like, what are we doing? Ugh. This is going to be rough. Well, TJ, if that's the goal, they've 100% nailed it, right? Because it is definitely brainless. See, that's the thing. There's an ongoing, long-standing, I don't want to say argument. Do I want to say argument? Let's say passionate discussion.
All right.
We're going to call it a passionate conversation in the CC Discord about secondary battleships. There is a non-zero portion of the community, and I'm not just talking about contributors, just in general, that doesn't like secondary battleships because they don't really require a lot of positional awareness or skill to rack up a high damage total. That's the argument they're making, as I understand it. I'm not completely convinced that I agree, because generally what I find is people who play secondary battleship only know how to drive forward, right? And you see this all the time in randoms. It's, I drive forward until dead. With that said, though, there is 100% a bit of an art, let's say, to positioning a secondary battleship correctly, kiting away, for example. I shorted it. In such a way that you don't get dead. Don't get dead quickly. And that's not always easy, is it? So, Yeah, there's a part of me that's kind of not sold on the idea of it, but there's definitely a very vocal portion of the community that is just dead set against this stuff. Oh, good, it's a Viasma. We wouldn't want the game to be fun. Alaska just got nuked. And for the meantime, the Viasma has bigger problems than me. So yeah, okay. What Mogador just did, I can kind of see might being silly fun. Like, that's kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. This Mets is not healing. Hashtag confused screaming.
Crumbled like a shit cookie.
Okay, let's get this. I need to get the guns ready for the close pass on the Iowa.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Ooh! Hang on. Let's go, bow guns. Let's go, bow guns. I can Citadel him. I can 100% Citadel him at this range. Ah, what was that?
Much better.
Ah, whatever. Let's get up here and murder this guy. I'm probably dead from the Alaska. I want to try and murder this Mets on my way out the door. Well, I didn't murder him, but we beat the crap out of him. I can't believe the Iowa lived. The Iowa should not have lived through that. Oh, right. Now I have to deal with this garbage. So, yeah, I definitely won't be playing more of this mode because the whole, oh, our mod, you know, a mod that everybody uses breaks the thing. That's the sort of thing that 100% should have been caught a long time ago. How does... And this Mets has like 1,000 HP. Just kill him, boys. There. I'm moving 53 knots? Wow. What the hell? Oh, I see. That's this little esprit de corps thing. Yeah, you get like hyper speed on your way in or whatever. Okay. That's really strange. Does it affect my reload? No. It just makes me stealthier. Interesting. Okay, you're dead one way or another. You get a boost to get back in. I do like that. The boost thing is kind of cool. I do like that. There's my gap. This Mets just keeps coming back for more.
gas and no chicks. A crowbar would come in handy right about now.
That's better.
Oh. It's not firing my guns, it's firing my torpedoes. That makes me angry. Alright, well, let's go try for the ram.
Your free whipping.
I'm probably dead anyway. Oh, hey, what up, my dude? Where'd you come from? That's fine. We're doing okay. Interesting. Okay, so I will allow that this mode is actually mildly interesting if you choose the right ship. I'm not convinced that this is the right ship, but I'll say that obviously that Mogador's having a good game of it, as an example, right? Like, that guy's crushing it. He's doing like 70 knots on it or whatever on his way back in, and then he can just YOLO torp the bejesus out of everything. Like, that's actually kind of cool. Suck it, Massachusetts! Nah, my torps are not ready yet. Who brought a Neptune to this party? Come on.
I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch.
I love the guns on this boat, man. This Mets does not frighten me all that much, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even really looking at him.
Desert road, no gas, and no chicks. Now you see me, now you're dead.
Alright, let's pop a heal. I don't want to die here. Oh, we lost a ship. Okay. Interesting. So, interesting at least. So you get... The nice thing about it, you've got two different... how do I want to say this? There's kind of two different things you got to be paying attention to. One is you can't always YOLO because you're giving up points to the enemy team. We've played 2 games of this that were both pretty close. Cap control matters, which means you need to have moderately competent destroyers. Good luck with that. I think the one thing that I didn't necessarily like about what our Mogador did early, he could have owned both caps early and chose not to. We had a nice solid lead early in a game that we ended up losing. It's an interesting mode, I think, if for no other reason than it's difficult for one team to simply just run away with the whole
Jurassic
thing.
Park.
But it's not something I'm going to play a lot of, for sure. Yeah, I don't see myself playing much of that. It's not, if I'm honest, it's boring, right? To me, one of the interesting things, dilemmas, let's say, when you zone into a random game of boats is, how do I achieve victory, accomplish what my ship is good at, without getting my face blown off? This mode literally doesn't care. Not really. Like, it sort of does, because yes, when you die, you give points to their team, blah, 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 blah. But, like, in general, it doesn't really care, does it? So, the base XP was not bad. Here, I'll show you. The Massachusetts on the other team had 3,200 base. So, like, if you're grinding out a boat, this is probably not a bad way to do it. If you've got an 8 or a 9 that you're grinding, and it's a decent boat for this kind of format, this is probably not bad, right? Like, I don't know what these people are doing bringing Neptunes in here. Like, you're just going to get melted, my dude. Neptune's not a brawler. But if you were working on Hipper, not a terrible place. Rune's not really a brawler. You know, Brindisi, I could see maybe possibly. So, yeah, there's things to like about it. I will probably not play a lot of it. I could see Jutland. Zeaton's tough because of her gun arrangement. You're better off with the 9, I think, which is... I can never remember the 9 in that branch. Ruprecht. Yeah. Ruprecht would be fine. Grinding this boat in that mode would be fine. Grinding Zeaton is going to feel a little bad because of her ass-heavy turret arrangement, right? Like, she's got good gun angles and good secondaries. And the guns are not bad, but, like... if you always want to be moving forward, like, this ship is going to feel bad for the same reason in that mode that Rune is going to feel bad, right? Where's my Rune? Right? The gun arrangement is just not favorable to a mode where you're very commonly just charging straight at people. Like Mod Elbing. Maybe. I could see it. Possibly. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's go play some middle tier stuff. I've kind of had my fill of high tier stuff for a spell. You guys have put all these 7s. What is Barbie? Oh, that's the goofy thing from last week. No, not on stream again. That's a ship that if I put 6 hours into learning it, I might play it on stream again. But not... Huh, this is interesting. I'll go play it on camera. It's miserable. It's absolute misery. No. Okay. 7s. We were going to play 7s. I got a whole bunch of 7s in the queue. Sims, Surrey, Heinrich. Well, we were just talking about German battlecruisers. Let's go play Heinrich. Prinz Heinrich. This is another pretty good boat. She doesn't have the torpedoes, but she's still a pretty good secondary little brawler. Like, this is not a bad boat. Yeah, she's good. Let's do some mid-tier battleship. As I say in the stream title, NA's worst battleship player returns, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm doing it in a battleship, it's probably wrong. I thought Heinrich didn't have torps. I didn't think you got torps till Zeaton. I don't play these ships all that often. Don't ask me to remember this crap. I only log into the game like 5-6 hours a week. You expect me to remember 700 ships? Piss off. Okay, she has torps. Fine, whatever. Yeah, the unbreakable thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm very mixed on it. All right. Xander, you got to be careful. You're going to make me go play Rhode Island because, God damn, that boat is fun. Rhode Island is so much fun. That reload on those guns. All right, this is good matchmaking. Perfectly normal. We're right in the middle. Yeah, this is fine. Bliss, Gaja, Akatsuki. The Gaja and the Akatsuki are dived. I can't say I'm excited about the mats. Oh, it's my buddy the Mass from earlier who literally YOLO'd in a tier 10 game because he was all butthurt. He got tier 10 matchmaking. Here, I forgot to downvote you earlier. Take one of these. Just for being a tard. Okay, so she does have a launcher. What is it, a triple? A quad?
All right,
It's a quad. She's got a quad on the ass on both sides. Okay. Is there a way to make Colorado fun? Give me a minute. At a guess, I would say it probably involves actually going to Colorado and buying weed and smoking it while you play Colorado, I think. Probably. Yeah. Colorado, why do you have to suck so bad? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Colorado, as you can imagine. And it's sad, too. Like, for a very long time, that ship had my damage record. That was one of the first ships I ever broke 200k in. Her guns are not bad. They're not that accurate. They're still tier 7 battleship guns. But they're 16 inches, and that makes up for a lot. The problem with Colorado is the hull is so bad. It's so soft. It's so slow. It eats full pins and fire damage and full pins from Japanese heavy cruiser HE and yada, yada, yada. It is rough. And when she's double up tiered, like a lot like you are commonly at tier 7, it's even worse. So yeah, she's, Colorado is not a joyous experience, let's say. Oh, and the shrooms. There we go. Shrooms. I legit think Weevy's a better boat. Okay, I don't want to be bow onto this clown, but he's almost in my range. So we're 100% going to move up and take this shot, and then we're going to back the hell off because it's me and the Bliss, and the San Diego is not remotely close yet. Okay, now we got to get the hell away from him. See? German guns. Neither of us can hit anything.
It's a nice day to die. For you, that is.
Hey-oh! Bounced him off the roof of his stern turrets. I'm actually not even going to bother firing AP right now. Like, what a giant waste of my time. What's my secondary range? Oh, it's right there. It's 9.5. Okay. Well, he definitely outranges me if he's a full secondary build. I recall the gun angles on this boat are actually pretty good. Which is good, because the reload kind of isn't. I'm behind him. Okay, my Bliss has chosen death, apparently. It's interesting. Okay, I need to not shoot. Right now, the Bliss's smoke is saving me from the Bismarck. And the one thing the Bliss has got going for him is that those Gaja torps are not remotely scary. I'm going to take that shot because I'm going to duck behind the island. Okay, he can't see me through the smoke anyway. Okay, if they're going to leave this Gaja to die up here, we're going to go after him. Oh, a Devonshire was challenging a Bismarck. Huh. I wonder how that ended. Yeah, their entire team is south. We need to push up here. Okay, Bismarck's out.
To Jurassic.
Time to swap to the AP. We're going to go Gaja hunting and Trento hunting, and we should be in good shape. Chalk with the follow. Thank you much. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Ooh, somebody else is up here. Oh, the Akatsuki will be here because he's divvied up with the Gajimata.
Coochie, coochie. Coochie, coochie.
I gotta say, if I'm the Gaja or this Akatsuki, I am wetting myself because this San Diego is the last thing you want to see. Trento's got balls. I'm gonna give him that, but it's time to go blow him off. Well, we're only down one ship. We've got a cap advantage. We're not out of this yet. Trento's gonna have to turn soon. Now, the Gaja could be all the way behind us. Could be. I don't believe that he is. Okay, the Akatsuki's definitely out here in front of us. Okay, I need to turn my rudder because both these destroyers are out here looking for me. Oh, it's a Dallas. Ah, speaking of destroyers, there's the Akatsuki. Quite literally right in front of me. Guys, when I click the map. Okay, my map clicking functionality is now broken. Huge fan.
Coochie, coochie. Coochie, coochie.
Well, that's the Gajimata then. I suddenly can't click the map. Another bug after doing the Undying mode. Awesome. Huge fan. Oh, look, a Pitadel.
Let God
Always
sort
love a
it
good
out.
Pitadel. Yeah, so that'll be the Massachusetts trying to murder me. I knew he was up here.
Coochie, coochie.
Okay, he's 100% fired Deepwater Torps at me now. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
You crazy son of a
This is
bitch, you
gonna
dead.
fuck up my hair. Wow, this is a force to be reckoned with. Much better.
All right, well, I'm going to go ram the Massachusetts or something. Because apparently it's all I've got. My team is just not made of the smart. My team is apparently made of the dumbs.
Damn, Desert road, no gas, and no chicks. Ooh,
Suck it, Yarsveld. Okay, good. Akatsuki blew his shot.
much better.
Oh, great. He's torp reload Akatsuki. This is gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, I'm in deep trouble, kids.
This is gonna fuck up my hair.
How we doing, boys? Well, I don't feel like that was a terrible trade. We murdered the Akatsuki because he was just not smart. And pushed everybody else off the cap, so, oh well. Yeah, I think we typically run those as about 5 minutes. We did okay. This is not a bad boat. Her guns are not amazing. But, I mean, I got to beat up a cruiser a little bit. I got to beat up some destroyers a little bit. You know, it is what it is. I think in the end, the potential plus the spotting damage on the destroyers is going to be a big deal. I'm a little torqued with this Bliss. At the same time, I can't fault him too badly. There's a Massachusetts right there, and his secondaries are no joke. They need to finish off this mass. Like, 3,700, you need to kill him while you can, boys. He's got to be low. He's got to be down to... Yeah, I was going to say he's got to be under 100. Under 1,000. 6 HP, ladies and gentlemen. 6 HP. There we go. Thank you.
It's a nice day to die.
All right, now they've got the Bliss dead to right. I mean, now they've got the Gotcha dead to rights. Sweet. That ought to seal this deal. We did okay. We did all right. Yeah, we do giveaways pretty much throughout the stream. Not sure exactly what this dude has accomplished back here. He might end up doing better than I thought, but last time, when I looked 10 minutes ago, this is where he was, and now he's still here. So I sort of don't see the value in it. Monument, how's it going? Do I like the 6? Honestly, the entire line of German battlecruisers is not bad. We were talking about this earlier. I couldn't remember where the line got torpedoes. It's this tier, right? The 6 doesn't have them? It's Heinrich here that gets the torps for the first time or something, isn't it? Like, if memory serves, the 6 is not a bad ship. None on the 6. Okay, so this is the first tier you get torps. Oh, this Gneiss is in trouble if those land. Nope. He got trolled. he got NorCal dispersion. So, Wix's point that they get better as you go up the line, I'm inclined to agree. The one comment that I'll make about that is Zeton is weird, right? Like, this is Gneiss now continuing to fire HE. Okay. Like, Zeton is at 8 is not a bad ship, but I feel like she's very... That Gneiss is in trouble if those land. Yeah, there it was. Zeton, I think, is a very... I hate to use the term misunderstood, but maybe misunderstood and or misplayed ship. I really do feel that way just because she's... The gun turret arrangement is very awkward. Man, this North Carolina dodging torps like a boss. Check this guy out. I gotta say, if the Gneisenau's loaded AP, this dude's in trouble. Fire the guns! Bring up the guns! Hurry up! Okay, the fire might do it. Oh, we got him. Oh, no, he got the Stormer Torp. He's dead. That North Carolina's dead. Wrecked. That's all right. Yeah, the 6 is a sister of PEF. PEF has a better main battery, though, I think. Like, PEF's main battery feels better. No, the 6... So, I'll say this. It does get better. Right? If you're not enjoying the 6, I would encourage you to stick with it long enough to try the 7. We were just playing Heinrich, right? She's not bad. The Torps give it more of a brawly feel that the 6 doesn't get, right? And I think it's worth. I think it's notable and fun. Akatsuki in a gunfight with a Yarzveld. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, the Akatsuki's probably going to bite it here. San Diego should... Well, the SAP's all he's got
Crowbar would come
because
in handy right about
the AP
now.
will just bounce as well, so he's kind of hosed either way. You guys need to double back. He's just going to go Cap B. He'll just Cap B if you don't cut him off, guys. There we go. The Bliss looks like he's figured it out. Oh, the Akatsuki got a flesh wound. Nice. All right, now that's fair, Monument. You know, the matchmaking at 6 can be rough. You're not wrong. When you get 8s, life's gonna feel bad. There's nothing you can do about that, really. Truth be told, it is what it is. Bliska, a little bit of hot Bliss on Bliss action here at the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. But there will be no definitive victor here because time will end. Well, you say they give them issues. I don't necessarily. I guess it would depend on how you define it, right? To me, battleships with torpedoes. The way I would phrase it is that they sometimes encourage. How do I want to phrase this? I want to use the word unintelligent, but I don't think maybe that's not the word I want to use. That's the word I'm going to go with. They sometimes encourage. Well, I'll just say this: battleships with torpedoes sometimes encourage bad choices. Right? Because you think, screw it. And I think I did this in I think I did this in that goofy Unbreakable Line mode. Like, screw it. Full speed ahead. We're going to go torp something, right? Torpedoes on, Tirpitz was the original battleship that had torpedoes when she was launched into the game, almost 10 years ago. And it was a big deal at the time because, up to that point, battleships obviously highly vulnerable to torpedoes. And now suddenly they can fight back, right? Now I got torpedoes of my own. Rash behavior. That's a good way to put it, Swanee. It's a good way to put it. But the trick is, and you see this all the time on Tirpitz and Pommern and British battlecruisers, German battlecruisers, people give up too much to bring the torpedoes to action. Too early in a game. If you're a battlecruiser or battleship that's got torpedoes, and you're spending the first 5 minutes of the game just driving forward to use your torpedoes,
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Monument, thank you for the follow. Lulz, you're doing it wrong, okay? The torpedoes are meant to be a way to close out fights or seal victories or win big engagements you've got to win. Like, take a Tirpitz. Say you're in a down-tiered Tirpitz. I'm going to create a hypothetical scenario. And it's late in the game, and your team you're the last battleship on the team. The last battleship, let's just say something nasty.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Goodness gracious. Thank you for the gifted subs, Monument. Welcome. Welcome in. I appreciate it. So let's say the last battleship is a Montana. Just something nice and simple, and he's camped out in the middle of the map, and your cruisers are not keen on this, right? He can do bad things to them. You have an opportunity, if you have enough health left in your Tirpitz, to push and effectively trade with that battleship. Now, you might even be able to take him out and survive. At a minimum, you've always got the final torpedo, right? But, it gives you another card to play tactically that a lot of battleships don't have. And so, thank you, Monument. I appreciate the kind words. So you don't, in my mind, I look at battleships with torpedoes the same way I look at destroyers in cap circles. What do I mean? I always tell people, if you're playing a destroyer and you're in a domination game, you do, there's 98% of the time, you do not want to trade your ship for a cap circle, right? That's a terrible play. You see it all the time. Destroyer charges in, goes into the cap circle in a domination game, gets spotted, gets dead. Maybe he got the cap, but he's dead. That's terrible trade for your team, right? It would have been better off if you had prioritized your survival and run away and lived and come back and cap later. Okay. I look at battleships with torpedoes much the same way. They're a trap up to a point. A good battleship player will keep those in mind, but not be playing to them except in very specific situations, right? It's the kind of thing, it's like you don't want to forget you've got it, but you kind of want to forget you've got it for the first half of the game. Does that make sense? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Akatsuki played a solid game. Look at that. Look at that. Outscored all these tier 8 battleships. Suck it. North Carolina kind of got hosed at the end, but he was playing pretty well. I was a little surprised that he did that well. Night Owl, that's a great way to put it, right? If your battleship became a torpedo delivery system, but that's all you got to do in the game, then you kind of effed up. Again, I'm generalizing. As I was describing earlier, you can design a situation in your brain where trading your ship and your rack of torpedoes for another ship is the right play. But those are, by and large, the exception, not the rules. So you got to be cognizant of what you're up to. Okay, what do we got in the queue? Sims, Surrey, Ferruccio, and Minsk. Okay, no more battleships for a while. That makes me happy. Man, I haven't played Minsk in a hot minute. Let's go look at Minsk. Didn't they buff this ship recently? Whoa.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Monument with the sub and all the gifted subs. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Massively. All right, what did they do to this thing? First of all, let's get a commander. Didn't they make her torpedoes longer? 7 clicks. Now we're talking. Okay, so she's not... These are not Leningrad torps, which are 8s. 14-4. Okay, so Leningrad torps are still straight up better. They hit harder. They have more range. I think they're faster. No, they're the same speed. But the gap is much narrower than it used to be. Okay, that's nice. What else did we do? We did something to the turret traverse or something? I gotta go look now. Log. Blah, blah, blah. 14.3 balance. 14.3 balance changes, right? Balance changes. Here we go. Minsk. Okay, so we just talked about the torpedoes. Better reload, little less damage, little less speed, but way better range, and that's the big thing. They did lower the main battery turret traverse. 12 seconds now. Repair party. No. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Oh, hell yeah. Smoke generator. Who cares about smoke? If you're playing a Russian destroyer, you don't care about smoke. You're not here to smoke. You're here to heal. Let's go. So now then, I 100% want Superintendent on this boat. Okay, we got to think through this one now. Probably have to rebuild this guy. I like Fearless Brawler. My gun range is 15 right now. Yeah, no, I like it. That's a good call, Chaser. I'm thinking... How do I build my Kiev? I think you could actually build this ship just like you build Kiev now. Let's just look at 7 and 8 Russian destroyers. Let's make our lives a little easier. What's my Kiev commander look like? Ooh, very different. We've definitely gone range. We didn't go main battery. We went Adrenaline Rush. He doesn't have Superintendent, which I probably want. Swift Fish. Why would I do that? He does have... No, those are 8 clicks. Okay. Okay. And increase the gears. Okay. So, what I probably want to do then... We're just going to respec this entire captain. Yeah, that's fine. So, let's keep the standards. Let's go with range. I like AR. I like Superintendent. Now I'm a point shy. I think maybe you go ahead and go... I'm going to leave it there for the extra heal. I think I'm going to feel bad about not having Demolition Expert, but not so bad I can't manage. Not having preventative maintenance is going to be weird, but it won't matter if I hold the range open. Yeah, didn't they buff Kiev? I remember when they buffed... I remember seeing they buffed Kiev, and I was like, Zach's going to have a field day. Turret Traverse and stock torpedoes. So really just the turret traverse is the big one for him, for Kiev. the Russian destroyer line, like, has never felt very comfortable to me. They're not bad ships, but they play very differently from most other destroyers, and as a result, I've always been kind of like, eh. What I like about this heal is it now gives this ship a completely different identity from Leningrad, which doesn't get a heal. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I've always kind of not liked that Minsk, like Leningrad felt better in every respect. Now Minsk has a very clear identity of her own. I like that. Star ornament. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that one with the big red star on it. I'm going to buy that one. For 100 dubs, I'll buy that. They'll overcharge me for the main base camo later, but I actually kind of like the big red star. That's pretty. Leningrad still has the slower turret traverse. Oh, she does. She 100% does. That's a good point. So yeah, there's definitely now it's each ship now has its own identity, which I do not think I would have said before. Okay. We did camo. We've done all this. We checked flags. We checked commander skills. We respect everything. Let's do it. Minsk for chaser. Now, what I'll say it like I always do. I am not the best player in these ships, so temper your expectations. I can have a good game, but it requires me to approach things with a mindset that I generally don't in a destroyer, right? My detection is bad. I'm a 7.5 on the surface, so yikes. That is, I'm not used to that, right? So, we'll see how it goes. Damn, that's good bourbon. Friendly reminder, everybody. Tomorrow's an off day for me. So if you happen to be around for whatever reason, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be playing some Hell Let Loose. I have not streamed Hell Let Loose in a while. I'm actually going to have to spend some time making sure my machine can stream Hell Let Loose because I haven't messed with it in a hot minute. But yeah, that's going to be a thing. They recently added a new map. We have our second North African map, Tobruk. I have been playing quite a bit of Tobruk in the last week. That is a really, really fun map. So if you haven't checked out, if you own a copy of Hell Let Loose, you haven't checked it out in a while, definitely go install the latest update. Give Tobruk a look. I have been having so much fun with the flamethrower. Tobruk is, I can't wait to show you guys tomorrow, right? Tobruk is a really neat little map with, okay, good, standard battle. That makes me happy. With lots of little, like, box buildings and narrow alleyways, like in kind of the middle, I'd say middle third of the map. And the flamethrower in those close quarters is an absolute riot. It's so much fun. Okay, I am a 6.8 detection on the surface, which, while bad, is not the worst it could be.
So,
The Grom
who
doesn't
wants to
outspot me
dance?
by a huge margin. He'll be over here in front of me somewhere. I don't want to trap myself on the map edge, so we are not going to push down the 10 line right now. I'm gonna move up and slide across probably the right on the edge of the DE line, do a little spotting, and cut back towards mid, and then we're going to see how this game shakes up once we start to see where everybody's at. Leningrad gets 6.6. Leningrad's, yeah, it's like 6.5. She's like, or like 6.9. I think Leningrad is it 6.5? I didn't think it was that short. It's better detection than this for sure. And she gets the longer range torp. So she's definitely more of a torp boat. Her gun power is notable because she still has the same main battery, right? You've got, this is 5 guns, right? And Leningrad's 5 guns. Like we were talking about, Leningrad gets better torpedoes, worse. She's more of a torpedo boat. Like she gets the worst turret traverse and all that sort of thing. Oh, good. Everybody's not. We have everybody was. I agree with that. The TRB edition of Leningrad was a really cool thing. I was really, really glad they did that. That's kind of a neat thing. All right, we're gonna swing due west here along the D line, the very edge of the DE line here for a minute. There's a Leander. Hey, battleships, I found something for you to shoot at. Oh, the Zara's AFK, is he? No, he's moving now. Hipper. Okay. Hotlanta. Oh, I didn't check. Okay. A lot of cruisers. A whole lot of things I gotta be wary of in this game. Oh, hey, what up?
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with. Can't leave my ride behind.
Magic 8 Ball says, you died.
Much better.
Time for some fisting.
What in the
How
actual
you feel
hell?
that 1 in the morning. Oh, lucky shot.
Refresh my memory. Does Grom get a heal? I do not remember. Ooh, Leander's getting crushed. Love it. No heal. Okay. I didn't think so.
Much better.
I'm gonna kick your
Leander
ass,
continuing to get
bitch.
crushed. I'm not RPF'd. Wow, our Nern. Wow, okay. Huron gets a heal, Scott. And there's probably another one if I think about it. Yep, he's right here. Yeah, you're not going to get that lucky this time, my dude. All right, we murdered the only other destroyer.
You died.
See how bad the Gneisenau's aim is. It's bad. Yeah, we got to get away here. I don't want these things crawling up my stern. Now, I have plenty of range to harass things with, so let's go harassing, shall we?
Oh, and it got such good gas mileage.
Come on, guys. There we go. Like, why am I the one cleaning up the light cruiser over here? What are y'all doing? We pushed the Atlanta way back. This makes me happy. Yeah, you're not wrong, Scott. 6-8 detection does look pretty good now that I've murdered the only other destroyer in the game. All right, let's mess with this hipper. Good velocity on those guns. So good I can't get things over the island. Oh, I'm going to ground myself. Hold up. Now, I have an opportunity here. Yeah, we're going to take it. I have to thread this needle very, very smart. Oh, crap, the Atlanta's coming back. Yeah, I don't like that. I need him to turn around. Can y'all kill him?
Ooh, your ass is grass, and I've got the weed whacker.
Oh yeah, if it bleeds, I can kill it. I was born ready.
I think he stopped going backwards. Yeah, he turned his engines back around. It's okay. Ooh, Hipper's gonna push. All right, well, let's go play. Oh, right, I can't click the map. Ugh. Remind me to reboot the game or something in a minute.
Can't leave my ride behind.
Great. Team now deciding to fold like a cheap house of cards. There we go. Good torpedoes. Let's finish this clown off. There we go. Nice kill, Trento. Ooh, I want to be firing HE at this Harlem, actually, because he burns nicely. Swap back to the HE. He's Dutch. He burns forever. Trento's going to struggle against... There we go. That's the fire we wanted. He's got to heal, but I can light him up and keep him lit for a while. Probably, if I do this correctly. Come on. Ooh, Trento. His AP's pretty good, buddy. Careful there.
And it got such good gas mileage.
I think he's going to take a torp. Nice. This Trento, remind me to upvote this dude. This dude is a rock star. Look at him play this boat down tiered against these big heavy cruisers, just crushing them. I'm loving this, man. Like, he's going to lose, but he's going to do way more damage than he had any right to. Good for him. All right, you burned your DCP, so I just got to get you to light again. Yeah, like that. See, now you're in trouble, my dude. Yeah, you're out. Wrecked.
Eat shit and die.
Okay, how are we doing? What do we got? We got a North Carolina back there. The Atlanta's somehow still alive, which is mildly irritating. And then we got a whole bunch of guys on the 2 line. They still have 3 battleships to our 2. I'm the last. Okay, of course I'm the last destroyer. Yes, thank you. Upvote the Trento. Where's that guy? Take one of these. Well done for crushing it, my dude. All right, let's go find this NorCal and harass the bejesus out of him. He's way over on the 10 line, which is not smart. Yeah, I think we're going to run out of ships. We're only 1 ship down. But the Bismarck's not playing very smart, and he's about to get 2v1'd against the light with 2 light cruisers. He's going to have to get real smart with his citadels, or the Nelson's going to have to grow some balls. Okay, we're going to have to get a very, very smart torpedo strike off on this NorCal. And it's going to be highly dependent on where he turns up. If he keeps pushing up the 10 line and doesn't turn, then we'll have to see. Because I'm kiting away from him, I have the opportunity for my torpedoes to have a little more range if he's still pushing into me. Okay, he's not. Okay. So now then, the question becomes, do I just go after him? I'm going to say yes. Let's go get him. This is probably a mistake. It reeks a little bit of desperation, but he's all alone. He has no help. I think I can get him. I mean, I'm going to come around the corner at point-blank range doing 50 knots. And I've got to heal. Oh, I screwed this up completely. Here's the good news. I think he's going to end up driving into it. Yep. Bye. If he hadn't beached himself, he might have survived it. And now I'm in a gunfight with an Atlanta. You know, like you do.
And it got such good gas mileage.
Good news is I think the fire's going to knock him out. Ooh, a Kraken. Let's go.
Now you see me? Now you're dead.
And they got the Abruzzi. All right, kill the Dupli and we're going to be in good shape. Let's make this happen. I think Minsk is okay, guys. She feels pretty good after all this. Oh, this Nelson. What are you doing? Me and a Cleveland. No problem. We'll just take care of this.
Damn. Desert road, no gas, and no chicks. A crowbar would come in handy right about now.
Much better.
I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
How is this guy hitting me at this range? I'm a little salty about this. This should not really be a thing. At my speed at this range, you gotta be kidding me, right? Wow.
Much better.
Alright, well I got him to burn again. I guess I could just stop murdering him now since I'm out of heals.
Behind.
What the hell is this guy? Isn't he a light cruiser? How is a light cruiser doing 7K to me in single hits? Like, what is that? Oh, you beast yourself. All right, let's get you lit on fire then. Well, we're going to lose this game, but not for lack of trying, because I bloody tried. We'll see if the Dupli's coming around the corner to kill me. If he wants to come around the corner, I might be able to get my torpedoes off on him. We'll see. It looks like he might have gone the other way. Looks like he might have just made the big loop.
Oh, and it got such good gas mileage.
He doesn't know where I am, and I'm not going to tell him. Well, the game's over. Let's have some fun with him. I was kind of hoping I could Citadel him, but somehow that's not a thing. I'm still faster than he is. Oh, she's 8-inch. That's why it hit so hard. I thought she was a light cruiser. I mean, this guy can't possibly catch me. Cleveland did burn down the Umahari. If I can magically kill this guy, we have a shot. Does he have hydro? Yeah, he had his hydro up. Well, then we lose. I can't kill him with only 1,400 HP. Very sad. That's all right. Fun game. I like Minsk. Seems solid. I might have been able to... If I had more experience in the ship, I might have been able to do more there at the end, but I don't feel like I had a main out of freaking Kraken, and the rest of the team just did whatever they did, so... I don't feel like... Oh my god. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. Wow. The Trento played his guts out. Played a great game after getting left to die. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what else to say there. Yeah, I don't have to like it though. I'm not gonna upvote him. He just irritated me. So yeah, not bad boat. I like it. There's definitely like that's nice, kids. That's a nice boat these days. I'm a fan. The 7-kilometer torps make the ship so much better to play. I mean, I realized the one big torp strike I had, the range wouldn't have mattered. But just the fact that I can even threaten that duplé with them at the end makes that a game in a scenario where it honestly probably shouldn't have been a game. Yeah, I know. He had a good game. Just don't expect me to like it, okay? All right, let's take this Sims game. We want tier 7 destroyers. Here's a ship I have not played in a hot minute. Memory serves, I keep her configuration in the stock torps. 7 kilometers, yes. They buffed these a little bit, I think, at one point. They used to be 6.5 or some silly garbage. And apparently that doesn't do me any good. No, that does me no good. Okay. Let's have a look at the build real fast. This is all fine. This is fine. A torpedo reload? Why would I do that? Or no, this torpedo speed. All right, 72 knots. I'll buy it. What does Sims do that Mahan doesn't? These days, very little, I think. She does have, if memory serves, well, the torpedoes are very different, right? Mahan's torpedoes are all centerline mounted, whereas Mahan gets the one centerline and the left and right config. So Mahan has a much more flexible arrangement. Mahan has more guns that also have the same reload. That didn't used to be a thing. Mahan's guns used to reload way more slowly. They don't now. Sims, I think, gets the better defensive fire consumable. Or do they all get it now? No, Sims gets the old one. Whereas I guarantee you Mahan gets the good one. Wow, that's not good. That's kind of crap now that I look at it. What does Sims do that Mahan doesn't? She has better detection, I think. She does have better detection by 100 meters. 37 knots. She's faster. She's way faster. Like, that's like 4 knots faster. That's way faster. Mahan should have better AA. She doesn't. So Sims has the better AA, but the worst consumable. That's an odd thing. Okay, I've got Benson turrets versus... Okay, the turret traverse is better. So I'd say that... I guess the way I would couch it is that Sims is still a better knife fighter than Mahan. Oh, no, wrong boat. Sims is a better knife fighter than Mahan, but the gap is far narrower than it used to be, right? There was this time that Sims was arguably a better tier 7 boat than Mahan was. But Mahan has had so many buffs over the years. Mahan's detection used to be worse. Her base torpedoes used to be worse. She didn't used to have access to the 9.2 kilometer torps at all. Oh, good. We got a carrier. Excellent. I'll get some use out of my DFA. And we're top tier. Nice. Ooh, I don't want to get in a gunfight with that Okotnik, but the Akatsuki we should be able to kill. Okay. This is not bad matchmaking. We can make this work. Sims for Night Owl. Let's see how it goes.
The work environment sucks, but I bet the benefits are nice. I go where I please, and I please where I go. Let's rock. Let's rock.
We'll swing wide and do a little spotting. A lot of standard battle tonight. Aha, I didn't know that. Interesting. Destroyer design in the 1930s was very hit or miss, and it wasn't just the Americans that struggled with it, right? The Japanese destroyers, almost all the Japanese destroyers were top-heavy and very prone to either roll over or simply break in half. The Japanese had a lot of problems with their destroyer topside weights. That's reasonable. Again, years and years ago, Mahan was terrible. These days, I would argue she's legitimately better than Benson, which makes me sad, right? Because Benson used to be amazing, and these days, it's like, she's just kind of not. Okay, so most of the team's going to the other flank, so we got to play smart. Smart-ish. We know the Akakatsuki is over here. We know this Omaha has a death wish. Y'all should kind of murder him. Question is, where's the Okotnik? That's not... Okay, he's right in front of me. It's like, that's not a guy I want to run into and have a gunfight with. Somehow, for some reason, I have AP loaded. I don't know why. I have more health than this guy. I have way more health than this guy. That's interesting. The problem, Mr. Okotnik, is that you were the one spotting me, and as soon as you smoked, that ended. So. Well, I got some good early hits into the war canoe. What I really want the... Okay, the war canoe's backing off. That's what I want. I want a torpedo run on this Colorado. I have the opportunity for a really good torpedo strike if this Colorado continues to push. And it looks like by pushing the Okotnik back, I've got the opportunity to do exactly that. Looks like he's going to turn out of it, though, which makes me sad. If he'd kept going straight, those would be really, really good torpedoes. Maybe he'll turn back. I don't know. Come on, Okotnik. Show your face. Oh my, look at you. Well, it looks like they had the range, but he pulled up short, and I'm gonna get nothing, which makes me sad. I haven't even seen Furious planes yet. Oh, the Bolognese. Oh, come on, guys. Just murder him. Really?
Say hello to my little friend. Not my babes. Not in my town. I was born ready.
Colorado's leaving. Koenig is moving slow. Come on, guys.
Die, you son of a bitch.
It's a nice day to die. For you, that is.
I gotta turn. Stay away from the Koenig here. This team is not made of the smarts. This team is kind of made of the dumbs right now. I may have a good salvo on this Koenig. He's going to take a couple, I think. Nope, he found a way through. He's going to take one.
Power on. Now it's time to kick some ass.
Yeah, this team has just absolutely fallen apart on this flank. And so now I'm left all by myself
What kind of shit
to hold
is
back the
that?
bloody onslaught.
I ain't dead. I'm coming back for more.
Gotta be
After a
kidding
few
me.
days of R&R, I'll be ready for more action.
Well, awesome. Entire team leaves left, right flank. Alright, flank. This Furitaka is a real big problem for me. Okay, he's going to turn around. That makes me happy. If he backs off, that gives me the opportunity to smack this Koenig. Okay, the Furious found his engines. That's good. We needed that. No eyes on the Koenig means I'm just going to chuck those out there and hope we get a good salvo. He's at least moving into the range of them. No, I needed him to turn, and he didn't turn. I have Fearless Brawler on this ship. Really? Interesting. Wouldn't have called that. Okay, took some torps. Look at that. Keep taking torps. Oh, good. You got AP in the barrel. Swap to the HE.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Who was that? Brisk. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. There we go. And I know you just put out a flood. You didn't put out a flood. Oh, you're about to beat yourself. Well, that makes me happy. It also makes you way easier to kill.
I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
This Furitaka is incredibly low.
You want fries with that?
There we go. We got to kill this guy. What up, Okotnik? How you been, buddy?
Eat shit
Haven't
and
seen you in a hot
die.
minute. How you doing? All right, they turned the kerning around. We are up a ship, apparently.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
You're not the only one with smoke, buddy. Well, yes, turn into my torpedoes, please. Oh.
Desert road, no gas.
Okay.
and no chicks.
Woof.
You're coming apart at the seams.
Much better.
Gotta steal his smoke for a minute. There we go. I didn't realize I had Fearless Brawler on this boat. That's actually kind of interesting. Which way are you turning, Lolorado? Colorado. Which way you turning, buddy? Oh, good. You're turning towards me.
I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
Much better.
Desert road, no gas, and no chicks. You can't fight, and you die of food. That's a tough trip.
You're still in Omaha. I can still Citadel you. That's all right. It was totally worth it. It was totally worth it to murder the Colorado and beat the bejesus out of the Marblehead. I killed Kenny? Was that actually his name? Got him! Oh my goodness gracious. So, I think you start to see why I like the short-range torpedoes on Sims better. She does have access to the longer-range stuff, but I think the short-range ones give you a lot better tactical options. You still have a narrow window that you can stealth torp. So you play her like a Farragut, where if they're pushing into you, you have a little more, you can torpedo back at them while you run away, and they'll drive into the torpedo range. Or you can do goofy things, goofy torpedo charge things like that. So, yeah, there you go. Sims is kind of fun. Turns out Sims is okay. All right, what have you got in here? Surrey and Ferruccio. Let's start with Surrey. Surrey. Man, that's been a hot minute. I gotta get back into a cruiser mindset. I've been playing too much Destroyer. All right, let's look at this thing. Yeah, this is all fine. Yeah, this seems okay. Yeah, we're probably all right. All right, quick look around. Yep, this is all fine. Yep. Do that. We haven't played this boat in a while, obviously. Okay, yep, I got my heals. Yep, we've done econ bonuses. I kind of don't know that I like the Victorian one. I kind of like the plain one. Just stick with what I got. Oh, no, wait, I own both? Oh, no, okay, yeah. No, this is what... Yeah, I like that one. I like the blue-green British camos. I'm a big fan. All right, sorry for Turp. Do I have Duplete? I probably do. I have to go look. The trick to remember with the British heavies is that they are not fast, right? So they play very similarly. I won't say similar. They sort of have a lot of the characteristics of the Japanese heavies. You have really good HE performance. Your torpedoes are not as good. They don't have the same range. You get the heal, so you're a little more survivable. Your armor is, frankly, just as bad as the Japanese, but you don't have the speed. The Japanese built their cruisers for speed. The Pacific was a big ocean. The Brits kind of didn't care so much. They're like, well, it's got engines, doesn't it? Yeah, good enough. Good enough. The tramp stamp. Okay, this is good matchmaking. Chaser's on my team. I've never hunted a submarine with these guys. We'll see how that goes. Surrey's AA ought to be pretty decent. So the Ryujo, like, if/when the Ryujo comes to mess with me, I ought to be able to do mean things to him. Let's look at my aerial drop here. 1 drop every 20-ish seconds or so. Okay. And I've got my hydro if I need it. Okay. So, like a battleship, I'm not going to be great at hunting submarines, but I have some tools, etc., etc. Oh, I know, Chaser. 30 knots was very typical for the era, let's say. But the Japanese, like, speed and firepower at the expense of everything else. And that was their methodology, and it shows. And it means that, when they put the Japanese and the Americans into the game first, you get used to having that heavy cruiser speed to play with. And so when they add in the Brits and the Germans, who typically had cruisers of speeds about 3 to 5 knots lower than the Japanese, you notice you've spent a year or more playing all these Japanese heavy cruisers, you're used to having 36, 38 knots to play with, and suddenly it's like, well, you get 32. You better be happy about it. What is this? This song sucks. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this one. Oh, yeah, I skipped this one earlier. That's a how do I downvote? I can't downvote. I'll just skip it. There, that's better. Catalunya. All right, so I have no idea what our salmon's doing. Our Gade is just now getting off the mark, 2 minutes into the game, which feels pretty awful. There's their Ryujo, running for the usual Ryujo spot. Y'all should really kill this Boise.
If I promised to kill you last, I lied.
Yeah, what I don't like is how these guys are just surrendering the 10 line. I'm not convinced that's a good idea. I'm also not convinced it's a bad idea yet. Oh, something else that the British heavies don't have over the Japanese, you have less range, right? About a kilometer, give or take. But you get really good HE performance, so you just got to learn to position them to where they're gonna get their hands dirty, right?
I'm on you like stink on shit. Say hello to my little friend.
Yep, A's garbage, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell that by the fact that we just murdered that entire squadron before it dropped. Okay, so we've got a Mets on the 10 line. And a submarine in the cap. That's a whole lot of depth charges. Okay, Tago's got his hydro up. I'm gonna get the guns flipped. The Heinrich's running. There he is. Is he literally gonna sit at periscope depth and get dead? He is. Hashtag confused screaming while you do this. Yeah, that was... I don't understand that move at all, my dude. All right, what's my torpedo range? It's like 8. 8. I've got good angles. We're going to cut away from this Mets, who's going to be coming around the corner in a minute. All right, we're doing okay. We murdered their submarine. That feels pretty awesome. I know, right, Rita? Welcome in. How have you been lately? Okay, the Mets is still back there doing whatever he's doing. Okay, so he's not relevant. We will continue to allow him to be not relevant. thinking about going over to the A flank. All their battleships have effed off over there. Cachalot is bailing. I kind of like where the Massachusetts' head is at. He's basically like, I'm going to go park on the edge of this cap and force you to do something about it. It's going to let the Gade get up here and do things, which I'm a huge fan of. Okay, how am I spotted? It's not the Cachalot. Oh, the Fubu's around somewhere. Oh, I bet the Fubu's over here or some garbage.
Say hello to my little friend.
Your ass is grass, and I've got the weed whacker.
Fine, HE it is. You're not the only one out here with a heal, my dude. Oh, wait, that's a Catalunya. He didn't have a heal. Or does he? I can't remember. Does he have a heal? He does get a heal, doesn't he? You're dead. Wrecked.
Now you see
Where
me?
is this
Now
Fubu?
you're
Like,
dead.
nobody's even seen this guy. He's literally never been spotted. We're going to zero them out. Oh, he's a small heal. Okay. Ah. Okay. He's over here off to my starboard side somewhere. He's behind the island or something. Oh, it's the Benson. Okay. I thought it was the Fubu. It's the Benson. It's all right. Behind him, huh? Okay. You're slowing down? Oh, good. Oh, I hit him again. Bummer. We zeroed him out, though. I will take it. So, not an amazing game. Things you can take away. You can see how I'm struggling with her speed, right? She does not get anywhere quickly. If you're used to Miyoko, you're going to struggle. Now, that's not to say she's bad, but it is, the speed is something you absolutely will be fighting against the entire time you drive the ship. Game like that, nobody has time to have a good XP game. This guy just drove his ship and just derped it. That was a Surrey, Xanda. That was Tier 7 British heavy cruiser Surrey. The Brit heavies, I think, have a bad reputation. And I think a lot of it comes around Albemarle, right? Everybody gets to Albemarle, and she explodes like a balloon. And it's like, ow. Yeah, ow. But she's not a bad ship. Oh, Chaser. What was Chaser playing? Sorry. What was Chaser playing? Hyuga. Hyuga. All right. Last game of the night, guys. We're going to do Ferruccio. Merton's been very patient, and I have never had a good game in this boat, despite repeated attempts. So, fingers crossed. Today could be the day, ladies and gentlemen. Today could be the day. Or maybe not. I don't know. You only fired 8 salvos. It was a short game. We crushed them pretty thoroughly. That's one of the worst steamrolls we've had all night. We're top tier. How interesting. Okay,
always
nobody's
said
detection
if
is
there's a way
amazing.
to go, it would have something to do with women, whips, and oil.
And my detection is 8.6. So I'm quite stealthy.
I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker.
Oh, awesome. Our Monahan is immediately turning and running away. So we'll have no spotting. Outstanding. SAP versus subs is always good. You're right. If the cachalot's here, their submarine is here as well. Let's push up behind this guy and see what we can shake out. The Monahan legit is pissing me off. I don't even know what the hell this guy's doing. I'm playing far enough behind the cachalot. I'm going to hold 3/4. I'm going to hold here. If he'll detect the opposing cachalot on the surface, I should be able to get one good salvo into him. Will do, Xander. Will do. And the reload on these guns blows. I missed the entire salvo. Oh, he kept moving. Yep, there's the sub. His reload's way better than mine. Come on, SAP. Oh, you're killing me.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
God, the reload. The reload is what makes this boat tough, man.
Coochie. Coochie, coochie.
Well, our tiger has chosen death. So he will be dead shortly, because that's what he chose.
Another day, another disembowelment.
Yeah, that space salvo is going to be a problem. Called it. Called it. Every single game in this ship. This ship is cursed. I absolutely cannot have a decent game in this ship no matter what I do. It's just... I'll be honest, the gun reload is punishing. What what is it? It's like 10, 11 seconds? 11 seconds. It's bad. It's so bad. For a light cruiser, it's too punishing. I honestly don't know why anybody would want to play this ship. I really don't. I remember playing it on stream one night with a sconce a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, and it was okay. I had an okay game. That might be the only okay game I've ever had in it. Was it this boat? It wasn't this boat. It was a different boat. I think. It might have been this one. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. It was the 9. There's a 9 out there now. There's some kind of tier 9 Italian. Gonzaga. It was Gonzaga. This is the thing that I played on stream and had a decent game in. I've never had a decent game in Ferruccio. The thing just explodes. It just disappears every time it gets shot at. So, yeah. Feels bad. Feels bad. Well, guys, listen. It's been a stream. It's time to call it. I did start a little late. I'm going to finish on time tonight. We hit all the requests. It's time. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with some Hell Let Loose. I hope you'll come join me. I want to show off the flamethrower. It's so much fun. The flamethrowers have been in the game for a while, but there hasn't really been a good map for them, other than maybe some certain parts of Stalingrad. But like now, oh yeah, this is a great map for flamethrowers. So I can't wait. I've got all kinds of irons in the fire when it comes to Star Wars Unlimited. If you've been enjoying those streams, I'm going to have a Patreon page up within the next week or so to help with all of that, possibly for future deployments. Next tournament stream is still the first Saturday in June. That's the 7th of June here at the local shop. I'm working on some overlay improvements. I've got some other things I want to mess around with. So yeah, I've got lots of options to be working on. So a lot of things going to be working on the stream, and I'm hoping to get some more games down in the studio again, now that I've got everything kind of more or less unpacked and set back up in there. So yeah, if you're here for unlimited content, stay tuned. There should be more coming soon. In the meantime, we got to find somebody to raid. Now, it's my regular Thursday night, so I ought to be able to find somebody to raid. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to pause the music. We don't need this anymore. We're done with that. Let's see. What do we got? I see Zelda. I've raided Zelda recently. I know I raided Arrow recently. Who else have we got in here? BFK rocking it with the big crowd tonight. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know what Repo is, but I can see him playing it. Wow, Bisty's up. What is you doing up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, sweetheart? Goodness gracious. Oh, she's been online 9 hours. Wow. Okay. That's funny. If you guys don't know Bistakazi, you should go check her out. She is a Serbian streamer. She's based right there in Belgrade, where the game is now made. We got to meet her last fall when we were over there, which was really, really cool. Yeah, let's see. What are we going to do here? I know what I'm going to do. Let's raid Thurbach. Thurbach's been working on his partner and some other stuff. We will go raid Thurbach. I've got to go to the right window because Twitch gets real persnickety if I try to do it from anywhere else. Hard to believe, I know, Twitch being persnickety. Who could have predicted it? Okay. 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 Wow. What is happening here? There we go. Raid is finally in. Okay, awesome. That took a hot minute. Sheesh. Twitch. Man, what's going on? Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Good stream tonight. I didn't want to quit in disgust. As far as I'm concerned, that makes it a good Warship stream. Haha. So, back tomorrow for some Hell Let Loose. Back with the regular schedule. Same time next Thursday night for boats. And then hopefully might have something else cooking between now and then. Probably not. I got enough on my plate without it, but we'll see. We'll see. But definitely tomorrow afternoon for Hell Let Loose, so I hope you'll come back and hang out, okay? In the meantime, guys, y'all take care. I'll see you next week. Peace.